If any time you turn around, he asks you for $2, $3, he's harming you, barakallahu fikum. Huh? Huh? Yeah, all of this. So refraining from harming others. That's number one. Number two is as-sabru ala al-adha. To be patient when others harm you. To be patient when others harm you. To be patient when others harm you. For indeed the person he's harmed and he remained patient, this is a good character. Because you got those when you harm them a little bit, man, it's over. Allah musta'an. That was number 2, right? Number 3. What is called badlun nada? Badlun nada. It is to be helpful to others. Helpful to others. Helpful to others. But it doesn't mean that if a person is seeking help in that which he's lying, you will not help him. Or you help him in something that he's going to commit something evil, you will not help him. If a person come to you and say, Akhi, I need this and this and the third, you give him. And 2 minutes later, he calls somebody else. You know, I need this and this and this, and you just gave him. Right? Then this individual is evil, barakallahu fikum. An individual like this, there is no barakallahu fikum compromise in this. Or you aid somebody, you know that they're going to take it and use some substance that are haram. You will not aid them in that neither. That's not being kind now. Because you aiding him in that which is not permissible. And number 4 is talaqatul wajh. Talaqatul wajh is to have a welcoming face. And some of us, we have to work a little bit harder on that. Having a welcoming face. To have a welcoming face. Right? To have a welcoming face. Not to be frowning all the time. But rather to alhamdulillah, have a welcoming face. I put a smile on your face sometimes. Right? That's right. And we'll come to that too. I'm going to come 4 of them, inshallah. And not everybody, barakallahu fikum, is deserving that neither. Not everybody is deserving that neither. It saddens us to see people. When they see the likes of Morafati on the corner by themselves, they humble themselves to him. They will greet him 2 hands. But if they are around the Salafis, they will, take it tough. That's the truth, that's the reality. But the asl, if it is what, alhamdulillah, the person have to have what? A welcoming face. And hatta the disbelievers, if they don't harm you, and they are good to you, and they are not fighting you against your religion, you got to be what? You got to be kind to them. You got to return that kindness to them. So that's the asl, barakallah. These, as Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah and Shaykh Uthaymin rahimahullah, he has in Riyadh al-Salihin, in the Bab, Husnul Khuluq, that he details this. And there was a book that was taken away from taken out from Riyadh al-Salihin, a small book that is called the Husnul Khuluq, the good character. Number 1 was, right, al-kafu al-adha, to be patient upon the harm. People will harm you without a doubt. But you got to be patient. I'm sorry? Refraining. What did he say? Right, refraining from harming. But the first one we mentioned was what?
No, that's the first one.
Read the first one for me.
Refraining from harming.
Right, refrain from harming others. Refrain from harming others. refrain. The order is not important really. Refraining from harming others. Number 2, to be patient upon the harm of others. Right? You refrain from harming others. You can do that, right? But you cannot guarantee that nobody will harm you. You can leave your house and say, okay, inshallah, today I'm not going to abuse nobody. I'm not going to harm nobody. I'm not going to insult nobody. I'm not going to call nobody name. I'm going to be me today. But you cannot guarantee, barakallahu fikum, that everybody, right, they will take the same predisposition. So therefore, you got to be patient. You got to be patient upon the harm of others, barakallahu fikum. Number 3, badlun nada, that the person, he is what? To be helpful. But it's not everybody deserving that. Number 4, Uthman. Say it in English. Or in Mandingo, I'll take that.
Having a welcoming face.
Right, having a welcoming face, like a welcoming face, right? Having a welcoming face. And this are, barakallah fiqh, what is called husnul khuluq. And the hadith going on to say, وَإِنَّ صَاحِبِ حُسْنُ الْخُلُقِ, and the person that has a good character. These 4. He say, لَيَبْلُغْ bihi, he will reach by way of that good character, daraja sahibu as-sawm was-salah. He will reach the level of a person that fasts and the level of a person that pray. A person that has good character, right? His good character can make him rich. The level of a person that fasts and the level of a person that pray. So this shows, barakallahu fikum, the importance of what? Of having a good character. But good character doesn't mean, barakallah, being naive. Good character does not mean being naive. There are places where you have to have talaqatul wajh. But there are places where, barakallah fikum, you got to show your approval of a matter. There are places, alhamdulillah, you aid, you help. But there are places also you refrain from helping. Because if your help will cause to something that is evil, then you are doing evil, you're not helping. And likewise, there are places where the person is not to be patient, but rather he has to retaliate. But rather he has to retaliate, because retaliating will be better. And Shaykh rahimahullah give an example. He say a person that he wronged others, and this is, he has accustomed to that. If he wronged you and you have the ability to retaliate, so he will refrain from harming others from that point on. But if he caused you harm and you're patient, he will go and cause harm to the other one. But rather, when you retaliate with justice, then that will, barakallah fikum, make him hold his horses. And likewise, barakallah fikum, it is not at every given place that the person, barakallah fikum, be smiling and showing his cheeks and the likes of this. But rather, alhamdulillah, in the mix of the people of the Sunnah, we don't have no choice but to what? To smile. But when the people, they do innovation, akhi, that got to show in your face that you disapprove that innovation. When the people, they are upon this and the third, they are upon ikhwani, upon tijani and the likes, that barakallah fikum, that this is where that your face has to show that you disapprove it. But when you come in a mix of the people of the Sunnah, alhamdulillah, it is that place where you also have to have what? Talaqatul wajh, a bright face. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.
Rabee.